Hello everybody. Right, we're off on a mission today. Oh, I hope you can hear it over the wind. Hopefully you can, because the wind is behind the microphone. Right, we're on a mission. I wanted to talk about biorhythms. The mission today is that in my cabin on the boat, Graham and I never really got to grips with what was going on in there. We did the wardrobe, I think last year. It's a huge cabin. There's a lot of angles to it. And there's a great big chart plotting desk where we've always had the computer. But the actual bed, the bed is gigantic. It's like a double king size bed. I mean, it's huge. And it was always far too big. It's also very high. It's really excellent carpentry, the way the boat builders made it. So what we did, because we just couldn't get foam that big. I mean, it's like 3 meters wide by about 3.5 meters long. It's huge. So when we bought the boat, the previous owner had a sort of a wooden pull-out sofa bed. So we cannibalized that, and we made these edgings around the bed to make it smaller and more practical. And basically, we just sort of lived with that. You know, it was one of those things. I really hope you can hear me over this bit. The wind has just picked up. Classic. But it was a needs must, you know, do for now. Well, I mean, bloody hell, how many years ago was that? Probably about 18 years ago now. Good grief. I don't know, maybe I've got that wrong. Bought the boat in 2007, and we did it in 2007, I think, or 2008. So it was a long time ago. And we just never, you know, when you haven't got much money and you're busy working hard all the time, like a hamster in a wheel to pay for everything, and the kids are growing up, those sorts of things are not a priority. Well, it's just me, really. I mean, Ben's around, he comes and goes, but I suddenly thought, sod it, I'm going to fix that bed up. So, I've got some plywood on the boat, which I think will work, and I am off to Chino's. We are off to Chino's. Chino's is wonderful, and it's quite a long walk. So, it's a nice day. And I thought we could talk a bit about biorhythms as well. Biorhythms fascinate me. I became aware of them in my 20s. I was a bit sceptical at first, actually. I can't remember who it was who pointed it out to me. It might have been my mum. That we all sort of live in a cycle. Like we all do the same things. I suppose that's where tradition comes from. And some parts of our cycle are good, and some are not. Airplane. EasyJet. I'm not going that side of the border for this mission. Yeah, biorhythms. Now, it's a bit like, well, let's take Megan as an example. Now, I don't want to talk about her. This is not about her, but she has a biorhythm. To me, it's quite obvious. She keeps doing the same thing. She starts a project, never finishes it. You can almost set your watch by it. There'll be a car park or walk. If you look over the years, she does the same thing every year. So she's clearly on a particular biorhythm. Obviously, a lot of what she's doing, she's on a winner to nothing, really, with her biorhythm. But we all have them, and you can change them. Oh, I remember who it was who taught me about it. It was an ex-boyfriend years ago. And he said to me, if you want to break your pattern, change your biorhythm, all you have to do is just do something out of the ordinary that you would not normally do. And it can be the smallest thing ever. Like, for example, I did talk to my mum about this once, and she said, set yourself a challenge, like Go to a supermarket, for example, and just buy one lemon. Just a lemon, nothing else. You're not allowed to buy anything else. Or maybe it would be go to the cinema on your own when you've never done that before. Or it might be go walk in a different direction. Or deliberately, I'm trying to avoid the wind for you guys. Or it might be deliberately eat a food that you wouldn't normally eat. It's just got to be something that's outside of your cycle. And it never ceases to amaze me how it works. It really, really does work. You'd be astonished by just doing that one tiny unusual thing that you wouldn't normally do. Then you go on to a new biorhythm. And there are different sizes of biorhythms. Like we might have a weekly one, a monthly one, quarterly, annual, decade. And if you think back over the course of your life, let's say if you take the last decade, you might find that every year you've either made the same mistakes or you've done the same thing, or you find yourself like it's almost like being in a rut. So yesterday I did a lot of stuff in Gibraltar that I would not normally do, and it felt great. It felt really great. I went on I'll have to walk backwards or start filming when the wind is better. It's just coming at us from over there. It felt really, really good. I met someone that I kind of know. Well, I know one of their relatives very well, and they're very glamorous people. And I just did a really unusual thing yesterday. One day I'll tell you all about it, not now. And it really did. It sort of changed everything. I mean, Graham dying, that is an enormous cycle. That there's a break in events there, and a lot of adjustment, of course. And so what I'm trying to do is keep busy. Oh, that boat looks good. Yeah, keep busy and not look back. Just keep going. So that is the mission for today. And what I'm going to do at the Chinos, I'm going to buy some sort of foam or cushioning to go over the plywood. And they sell fabulous curtains there, very cheap. And they're great big long curtains, so people can adjust them to the height that they want. So there's a lot of material in one of those curtains, and they're good quality material. So I'm going to get one of them, maybe two, and I'm going to cover. These are going to be like what we call in Spain cabecero. It's a headboard. But my headboard is not just to the head, it goes down the side of the bed as well. So I've got a lot to do. And so I'm thinking, well, on the way to the Chinos, I'm thinking, well, what sort of, look at this. All that walk, and I'm only just level with my boat now. I've got to go all the way around. Yeah, I'm thinking, shall I go for some sort of regal fleur-de-lis? Or shall I go for something a bit more dramatic? Or something plain? I don't know. But I mean, all the area around our bed has irritated me for years. So I'm looking forward to doing this. This is going to break a biorhythm. It's going to be a new thing. I mean, getting back to Megan, and again, this isn't about her, but it is interesting that she seems stuck in a cycle. She also seems stuck at about the age of 11, 12. And if she could do something really unusual that she's never done before in her life, I think her entire cycle would change. It would be very interesting to see that, actually. I don't think it's ever going to happen, because she thinks everything she's doing is brilliant. Whereas Harry, his biorhythm was really drastically broken when he left the royal family, because that's what he knew. He had his own cycle. Now he's all at seas in a new cycle. And I mean, I think that is where tradition comes from. The royal family are in a sort of a cycle, but they do break their biorhythms. They're finding their own new roles, each and every individual one. And all of you guys, I'm sure that you must have noticed the theory of biorhythm. Well, I'd be fascinated to hear. Right, I'm going to stop filming for a bit because my arm's aching. And I'll do a bit more filming as we go on. And this is going to be the project for the day. Now the wind dies down. Now I said I'm going to stop filming. Now it dies down. It's a conspiracy. Nearly there. I love this particular road. It's what I call Millionaire's Row. It's lovely. It's a long road though. We've got to walk all the way to the end of this road, left and right. And then we're there. And it is very, very hot today. Very hot. And there's no shade on the way, unfortunately. And I can't be carrying a parasol as well as a camera. And obviously, I'll be carrying back the foam cushions and stuff. I might stop off at the house, which is kind of halfway between. And I'm going to have to get some water. You'd be amazed how much water you have to drink in this country. And I do this walk quite a lot. So this is not this is a current biorhythm, you know, I do this walk a lot. And I come this way because the seafront road is quite dangerous because the pavement runs out on some bends. And if you get a lorry coming round, you can get sucked in. So I prefer this quieter route. I love this house, look at this. It's nice, isn't it? And I might try and do some of this video today on what they call timestamp or something. Well, I've got that editing stuff now. I'll have to look and see if I can speed some bits up because they're a bit boring. Oh, and this is very typical of our neighbourhood. Everywhere I go in this town, I can hear chickens. Cockerel. Can you hear that? Cock-a-doodle-doo. I don't know who's got them or where, but it always gives it that Pueblo kind of feel. Cock-a-doodle-doo. And we're only in May. Well, we're nearly in June, aren't we? And then June is quite a hot month, but not really hot. It's July and August. Oh boy. That's when I hide in the middle of the day from the sun. A lot of you have said be careful of the sun. Well, with the best will in the world, it's a hot country. We're 14 miles away from Africa here. And I've lived down here now 15 years. And you never really lose your suntan over the winter. So you just get darker and darker and darker every year. Nearly there now, look, see? But it's good to keep busy and it's good to keep moving. I think. Stops you thinking about other things. You just got to keep moving in life, you know, not just walking. You have to keep moving. What else can you do? Just lay down and die. Give up on life. No, you can't, can you? Oh, pavement's on. Pulled up there, I don't know why. And then they've got these lovely beech trees round here. Oh, some shade, thank God. I mean, even a hat, for me, if I wear a hat in the sun, the hat gets so hot, makes my head hot, and then I collapse. I've tried it before. I mean, Spain is a hot country, but where we are is like, this is the hottest part of it. It doesn't really get much hotter than here. And we're quite lucky on the strait because at least we get the sea breeze. You go inland, oh boy. Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, look at these trees. Aren't they lovely? Loads of them. I love trees. Right, we'll be in the chinos in a minute. In case anyone's wondering why we call them that, they're Asiaticos. The word in Spanish for Chinese is Chino or Chino. So everybody says that. I'm going the Chinos. So we'll have a look at it. I'll see if I can film some in there. I don't know, they might get a bit funny about it. People can be, can't they? But we'll see. Right. I have my cushions and a curtain. That took quite a while actually, because the lady had to double check the price of the curtain and all the cushions. They're all identical, but they all had different prices on. Oh my word. Anyway, I'm going to stop off at the house for a rest, because even for me, this is quite intense. With the heat and now carrying this weight, it's got to be a couple of miles, maybe 3, including having to just walk out of the marina and back in. So I'll stop off at the house. Well, this is like old times, isn't it? Back in the house. Thank God the house is halfway between the boat and the chinos. So what I got, and do you know what? I don't know if I'll have the energy to do this project, but basically I bought these because I only need quite thin foam for this job, and they're just the right height. I've got 10 of these, so that's quite a large. It required a large bag, and then she didn't have a large bag and she had to go look for one, and a big queue was forming, and I felt really self-conscious because I hate it when people... Oh yeah, do you see this thing I bought? Right, look at this. I think this looks better back to front. I'll turn it round later, and then I've got this curtain, right, to cover the plywood and the foam once it's done. And it's €8.95, and there was a huge debate at the till as to whether it was $8.95 or not. I said to her at one point, it's fine, I don't mind, I'll go and change it. I don't like the curtain that much. I'll go and change it for one of the others that's $18.95. If you don't believe me, it's $8.95. Anyway, then she has to phone her son up. It's a huge store. Her son came. He went and looked, came down, and half an hour later he said it's $8.95. They're $8.95 because they're not as nice as the $18.90. Oh my God. I mean, I was at the point, I just thought, pay another €10. I don't care. Just want to go home. I'm knackered. But it's not bad, actually. It's got quite a nice finish, if you can see there. And it's reasonably thick. It's good upholstery material. That's really why I chose it. And I want that sticky back Fablon to go on. There's a little tiny bit of the wall that goes around the porthole, where the portholes are. So I'm going to clean the portholes. I'm going to paint them probably black gloss, not the windows, but the edge. And then what I wanted was some sort of a velvet or faux suede type sticky back plastic. Well, in the chinos, bless them, all they had. I mean, I was there for another half an hour thinking, which of these is the least offensive? I mean, they were all like fake wood. The most unconvincing fake wood you've ever seen in your life. Really harsh colours. And I thought, I just can't do that. Or, alternatively, they were fake marble. The most unconvincing fake marble you've ever seen in your life. So I thought, I'm not wasting my money. They're only €1.85 a roll, but I thought I'm not wasting my money on that because it's what I want. I want it to be either velvet or suede. I might actually have some in the house here. I might have some in the maintenance cupboard, come to think of it. I'll have a look for that in a minute. So anyway, I had a delivery. Now I don't know what this is all about. It was for Graham, so it must be something he ordered. I've never heard him talk about this or reference it. Ted Lasso, The Richmond Way. And it seems to have a few CDs in it. I've no idea what that is. Anyway, I'll put that in the library for the people to watch. We're in between guests at the moment, but not for long. Right, I've had a drink of water. Time to head back to the boat. So here we are back at the marina, and there's my boat, and I've got to walk 3/4 of a mile to get it. It's just the weight, you know, the positioning of it. There's no bridge. I don't know what time it is or how long all that took, but it must have taken up a fair old bit of the day. Like I say, I'm not sure I'll be able to show the big reveal finish for a day or two, because obviously I've got to order some stuff from Amazon because I can't get it in the local shops. Thank God for Amazon, eh? It's kind of wonderful to a point. And these, I'll tell you what, these are for cushions and a curtain. They are half heavy, even for me. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea when I get back on the boat. Oh, and I'll turn this top round and you can tell me which way round you think looks best. Personally, I'm not keen on it this way round. I'd prefer it back to front. Right, I'll be there in about 15 minutes. Oh my God, that was above and beyond the Call of Duty even for me. Look, I'll show you this. This is back to front now. Don't fall over, stick. Can you see? I think it looks better back to front. Oh my God. Even for me, that was a long walk. Tremendously long. So I'm back with a well-earned glass of iced water with lemon juice. And look at this, even the carrier bag gave up. Look at that. I didn't notice till I started getting in the marina that the actual bag had given up the ghost. Now I'll tell you the other thing I might do. I might just jump in the bloody sea by the time today's over. And that'll break another biorhythm, because I never jump in the sea. I always like inch myself in bit by bit, but I might just, you know, launch myself tonight fully clothed. I'm gonna have iced water, cup of tea, get changed, and then look at the plywood. Now I've got the materials, although this might carry on into tomorrow at this rate. I might go and have a siesta. This is why Spanish people have a siesta, because it gets so hot. You might have noticed it was very quiet on the roads. I don't even know what time it is now. I think I set off about, I didn't get up till 11 o'clock this morning. I think I set off about 12:30 by the time I got myself organised. And God knows what time it is now. It's probably about 3 or 4 o'clock. I don't know. Right, on with the project. Okay, so this is going to be the end of the video because I've had it for one day. I've had it. Right. Firstly, I fixed the ceiling, and that's fresh paint. There was a great big hole in that ceiling for years and years and years. And I kept saying to Graham, we really must fix it. But it's such an awkward shape, and you wouldn't believe how many times I've had the wood up and down and up and down and up and down. And that in itself took about 2 hours, so I know why we never bothered. You might notice the lights behind me. They're fantastic, aren't they? Notice how one of them doesn't come on. Well, Graham fitted them. Believe it or not, they're really expensive. They were about 120 quid the pair from Brighton Marina. They were handmade. So I'm buggered if I'm going to throw them out. But when he fitted them, it was always like one light came on a little bit like that, and then they come on, and then one of them just gave up the ghost. So that is on the to-do list, the electrics of that. I have got a new caballero behind my pillows now, and I've fitted this, if you can see it, this great big long, oh excuse me, I haven't eaten today, great big long piece of marine ply, and I've ordered some black velvet Fablon which will go over that and the wall, and then I'll paint the portholes. But I've had it, I've had it for today, and I'm going to have a well-earned vino, and then I'll show you something really cute. Oh my God, see this here, my daughter, right, she bought that for Graham when he was in hospital. She thought he'd like it as a pillow. Well, bless him, he didn't know what it was, and pretty much the last day he could speak, he was saying, get that off my bed. And we could just about make that out. And we were like, what? And then he said, tell Ben. The helmet. And he kept pushing this, and he obviously thought this was a crash helmet, and he wanted it off his bed, so he clearly couldn't see properly. I couldn't figure out what he was saying, and he looked at Ben's girlfriend while he was trying to talk to me, and he went, like I was the crazy one. Anyway, so keeping this, and the project continues tomorrow and Wednesday. The Fablon arrives. I'm quite disappointed in the chinos that they only had fake marble, fake wood. No rowing tonight, guys. I'm finished for the day. I'm going to have a vino and then probably go to bed. And this is one of these rooms, you might have noticed. I tend to go to sleep when it's dark because I wake up when the sun comes up. It just naturally streams through and wakes me up. Isn't that marvellous? Good night, and may your God go with you.